Hi, my friends. Jim Holmes here, and I'm back for another quick video. We're going to go back to December 31st, 1980, New Year's Eve. I was still in the hospital. I was still comatose, and things did not look good. My parents and my sister Susan decided to spend New Year's Eve with me in the hospital. So they got all dressed up, wanted to come in and spend it with me. It was a it was a sleety, wet, snowy, miserable December evening, but they made the trip over anyways, and they got dressed up. They wanted to celebrate, the New Year, even though things were bad. That's how my family is. And the only thing my mother wanted to do along the way was stop into a church and say a prayer in a place of worship, because she felt that her words just weren't getting through to God and we were being ignored for some reason. So, of course, Dad agreed to, and the whole way, every church they went by, church after church, was closed. It's dark and cold as the night they were driving through, and my mother just, her heart sunk to a new low. Poor thing. When they get to the hospital, Susan and my father decided to go into my room first. Mom just wasn't up for it. She wasn't ready to see her comatose son again. So Mom went up into a room nearby where she could be by herself and say a prayer. And just so happened the room she found was overlooking Hyannis Harbor, and in the distance were Christmas lights still up for the holidays. The reds and greens and whites of the Christmas lights were still shining across the harbor and through the miserable night all the way to her tear-filled eyes. And Mom didn't say a prayer that night for my recovery. It just seemed like too big of a miracle to ask for now. When she talked to God, she said, "God, please, let Jim die. Let him out of his misery. This must be terrible for him." So my mother let me go. She let me go into God's hands, and she accepted my death. That it was the best thing for everyone involved at that time. And as she told me years later, when she got up, she felt a warmth inside of her. A glow is really how she described it. And she knew that God was there with her and that He had heard her prayer. Unbelievably, the next day, I moved to tow. Crazy stuff. Now, I'm at a harbor, not Hyannis, Falmouth Harbor. This is July. It's a long way from a New Year's Eve. I mean, this harbor in back of me would be all frozen over. There wouldn't be a boat in sight. And the wind would be howling, probably with snow and ice. It'd be miserable. It's a long way from that. But this is also a long way from life support. And I'm telling you from experience, it's just the way it is. I love you all. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.